up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time we are opening the Transformers Generations Legacy. This is the core class, Iguanus. And by the way, I have the Skywarp, and it's all thanks to T-Formers 2002. I did also find myself the Hot Rod figure so I can make the weapon combination. But we're going to focus mostly on the Iguanus figure. Here's the packaging, nice artwork on the side there, that looks cool. Bike mode looks awesome, Decepticon artwork there, and then you got the renders and legacy, blah 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 blah. Let's go ahead and open it. This is not a review, this is an opening video. I need to make that clear, but I'm definitely interested in reviewing these eventually, because I didn't even realize that I'm caught up with the core class at this point. I mean, yes, there's a G2 Megatron and Shockwave coming out for Legacy, and then a repack of Optimus. Don't really care for that. There is a Rat Trap that I'm missing from that 2-pack from the Optimus Primal, but I got the regular, so I don't care. But as far as core class figures right now, I'm pretty much up to date, so that's awesome. I even have that little Bumblebee pack. So, there is Iguanus. I do like the weapon now. Huh. I didn't think I would, but it's got such a wide look to it, and I actually really do like that. Alright, so, little cardboard things on the back. Kind of feel a little pointless, but I mean, they're there, so whatever. And then there's the instructions. Not sure if I'll need it. There's also that white sheet of doom. Let's go ahead and cut this out. Now, the weapon is going to be tricky because it's much thinner strands that are very close to the actual weapon itself. I guess it's not that tricky, but there's that little blaster piece that can plug using 5mm ports or the regular core class ports, so that's pretty cool. Let me make sure that the focus is on the actual thing itself. I don't know why it was at the bottom there, but there is Iguanus, taking him out of the package. There he is, and I like the fact that they're doing these Pretender figures as core class figures. I don't feel like they need to be that big, considering that I'm not sure how many people really understand what Pretenders are or really care about Pretenders, but it seems like they're doing pretty well with Iguanus. A lot of people seem to like him. So, yeah, I'm kind of hoping that we see more of these. I did hear that some people had some loose ball joints in the knees. My knees seemed to be fine, the hips seemed to be fine, and the feet was a big thing, but the feet on this are actually pretty tight, so I don't know. There's also apparently a stopping point in the head, but I'm not really feeling it. He doesn't have a lot of head articulation, which I'm a little disappointed by, but he does look really cool. I like this lizard kind of scaly look to it. It's very unique to him, so I'm very impressed. And then you can also take this and plug that into the hand, like so, making for some sort of weird blaster thing. But the big thing that I wanted to check out was with Hot Rod and Skywarp. I wanted to check out that little weapon thing, which I know is going to be dumb, but here we go. Here's just something, I guess. Let's see if the instructions even show it. Yeah, it does. Let's see. What do? We take this piece, and it shows that we plug it in this way. Now, I am going to say, wouldn't it make more sense to plug it in this way? Because you see the electric look to it, but then I realized it can't actually plug that way. So let's go ahead and slip that on. And then this should plug onto the bottom, but with the peg, you kind of have to put it in sideways. So that's kind of weird. I mean, you could sand it down. I don't want to sand it down, but it is definitely a weird thing. They don't even acknowledge it in the pictures that you have to turn that off to the side, so that's kind of weird, but whatever. What are you gonna do? And it adapts to the 5mm ports as well as the core class ports, so you can do different things with that. You could plug that into Hot Rod or whatever other character, and there is that Mega Sword thing. It's something that exists. I don't really care, to be honest. I didn't really mind this sword. It does look like more of an electrified blast coming out of it with the gold hilt, but I don't know. It's not something that's really that impressive, or I don't think anyone needed. But you can put it on the side with 5mm ports as well, so maybe that's something. Anyways, let's go ahead and just plug these weapons back onto the figures. Hot Rod, of course, Skywarp, like I said earlier. There we go. And let's go ahead and maybe start the transformation. Actually, let's take a look at the back. That looks nice. And you also have ports for other things, so that's good. You can plug that onto there if you want without potentially cracking it. I felt like I was about to. But you can plug that onto there like so. You can even plug stuff under here, much like some of the larger figures. And can that hold? No, it can't. Okay. But, and you can plug stuff underneath here. So I'm kind of surprised. This is more like a mainline mass release figure than it is a core class. Just smaller, I guess. So let's go ahead and start off with the transformation. This time I am going to look at the instructions, but I did watch a review recently. So hopefully this just refreshes my mind on what to do. But we're going to take the backpack piece and that will open up like so. And then this will swing around and lock into place, or it should. There we go, locked in place, and then this folds around like so. And then we take the wheels, and I believe we take this side first. Actually, you know what? Let's try this without the instructions. Ho ho! Okay, so this folds up like so. And then that should tab very softly into that. And underneath, it almost looks like it uses 5mm ports. I'm going to try that for a second. Where's the weapon? Oh my god, that is 5mm ports. So under the arm is 5mm ports, but inside the arm, on the front, the regular port is just I think they're called 2mm ports. Anyways, let's go ahead and plug that right there, like so. Kind of tricky the first time, but whatever. And then we swing up this arm to rotate this around. Actually, we gotta rotate the waist, I believe. Yeah, more reason to say this is a general release figure. This could have been a deluxe, no problem, is what I'm getting at. But they chose core class, and you know what? Honestly, I don't have a problem with that. There's also a little notch right there to where the hand fits into place, but let's see. So this will rotate around like so, and then we bring the foot and rotate that around. And we do the same thing to the other side. We rotate this around, and we rotate this around. That foot is a little loose, but not too bad. And then we plug this into there. It's kind of tricky, just because the peg looks like it's further than the actual porthole itself, and then that plugs into there. So that explains why it's got the ports on feet. But this side will also plug in, and then we plug the foot into there. Kind of tricky to do so, but not impossible. And there's the little bike mode, and oh, it does stand. Okay, I was a little concerned about that. Not for long, apparently, but it did. It rolls okay, I guess. It's not really the best, but it's painted wheels, and I don't think they're pinned in. I mean, I could be wrong. Also, I'm using a flat table, so that explains it. But the weapon plugs on top, and that looks pretty cool. And you could probably get another figure to ride it, so that's nice. Yeah, I like this a lot. I would love to see a Junkion repaint, even though it's got that scaly design to it. I think a Junkion would look pretty cool, so I'm just throwing that out there. They could easily do that, and I'd have no problem with it. Or just take this design inspiration and make a Cybertron ransack out of it. I think that'd be nice. So with that out of the way, I thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Tformers2002 for sending this out, and I will see you guys next time.
AllSpark TV. Now that's just prime.